Hey guys, it's me Laura, Crocheting Whovian. How y'all doing tonight? It is about 2.5 weeks since I last podcasted, I believe. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more. I'm not really quite sure. But I'm here and I want to say hello, and I got a few new subscribers, so I want to say welcome, and I hope you find something that you enjoy. Cuz I'm a little whacked out. But yeah, nothing's been going on. I've been doing a lot of knitting, a lot of crocheting. If you follow me on Instagram, which the link should be below in the description box, you saw that I had a pretty rough couple of days. I want to just say thank you to everyone who reached out, and I'm still not completely out of the woods, but I'm not completely in the woods, I guess you could say. I'm slowly climbing out. Just again, I want to thank all the people who reached out, people who said prayers. You know, anxiety is not an easy thing. And me being freshly diagnosed bipolar, it explains so much. And when I say freshly diagnosed, it didn't happen yesterday. It happened roughly about 2 years ago. I went my whole childhood with it. And the doctors that my parents had taken me to see either said it was because my hormones, like I was going through like puberty or something like that, or I was just a discipline case. It was never, I guess 30 years ago, it was a little bit more taboo than it is today. But, I finally got the right doctor with the right diagnosis, and I'm on the right meds. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. But that doesn't mean you're out of the woods. That doesn't mean you're completely cured and the meds save all and all that. Not by far. It just means it lessens your bad days. You're still going to have bad days, but they're not as frequent. And the last time I had a bad day like this, I want to say it was about 6 years ago, 6 months ago. But I forced myself out of it. I forced myself out of bed, I guess you could say, and you can't say. And I did a lot of crafting. I did new crafting. I reached out to friends. Friends reached out to me. There were 4 friends in particular that helped a lot, and they certainly know who they are, and I thank them for that. It's been a roller coaster. And some things helped that you'll see at the end, that in Indie Bits, my acquisitions, that they couldn't have come at a better time. But let's jump into the announcements. Enough with the sad stuff. Let's jump into the announcements. The PHN Autism Awareness Along ends in about 11 days, I want to say. Yeah, because today's the 19th. It ends on the 30th. It's going strong. I have I'm a co-host, obviously. Sorry if I forgot to mention that. But it's going strong. I have about, I want to say 180 entries. Guys, get them in. The whips count for a prize, everything. Just get them in. But you guys know the rules by now. It's only like a week and a half left of the Cal. 1 whip per project per week, 1 FO whenever that's finished. Bright colors. I'm just checking the minutes. You guys know. You know the drill. And I'm sorry I keep looking at me and not at you, because I'm on the screen and there's a dot for the camera. It's been 2 years and I still haven't mastered this, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, I closed the thread on midnight of June 30th, which is technically July 1st. However, when I close that thread, a very special thread starts. That's right. It is tortoise versus hare time, people. Starting July 1st, get your tortoise patterns out, get your hare patterns out. More than likely make it the tortoise, because this is my podcast, Crocheting Whovian podcast, is Team Tortoise. well, your team, whatever you want, but I'm Team Tortoise. That is going to be held with myself, Pen, Hook, and Needles, because obvious reasons, and I asked another co-host this year, and that is the lovely Brittany B-Wing of her Comforting Crafts Corner, I think it is, group. She does not have a podcast, but she has an amazing group, and she's an amazing person, and I love her to pieces. She's a great friend. The three of us are we have each separate prizes. I am donating patterns to both Brittany and to Pen, Hook, and Needles, but we'll get into those prizes when we get closer. But yeah, Tortoise versus Hare starts July 1st and goes to September 30th. It's a long cal, and hopefully during that time, Talia's new pattern will be released. And I'm saying new pattern because I'm ignoring the new bunny pattern. That does not exist. But Terra, the sea turtle, is her newest turtle pattern, and I hope, and I'm sure she said it, but sorry Talia, I don't always pay attention to you. It should be released during the month of July. Again, the featured patterns are Franciscan Gypsy Designs, Timmy the Timid Turtle, Biddy the Bashful Turtle, and Oops the Bunny. Each one of those will get you a chance at 2 entries. Finished object only. Whips are accepted, but they don't count for 2 entries. The other thing is, any of the toys that are made with either Lady Fernico Creations yarn or Undead yarn will count for 2 entries as well. Just make sure you have the yarn label there so I know what it was, and that's it. There is also a huge surprise in the works, and I can pretty much announce it here, though I don't, you know what, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until I get the final date for something, and then we're going to announce it. But myself, I am collaborating. I have really nothing to do with it, except I'm the organizer of the Cal. Have collaborated with Ann Brody of Silver Shed USA Project Bags, and a fantastic indie dyer called Lady Fernico Creations. And I'm announcing here because I just completely lied to you guys. We came together and we drew up in our minds, though I gave full creative design to the 2 people because they're the geniuses. We're coming up with a kit. The kit will include Lady Fernico Creations yarn and the bag of your choosing. Now, this is where it gets a little rough. There's not going to be many kits. We're going to close it off after a certain amount of made because we want it to be super, super exclusive. However, the bag, from what I understand from Anne, and I will confirm it next podcast, from what I understand from Anne, the bag will be available for purchase alone after the distribution of the kits. And those will be in limited quantity as well. But here's the catch. There will be a Team Tortoise bag and there will be a Team Hare bag. There will not be intermingled. You're either Team Tortoise or you're Team Hare. And if you're Team Tortoise, I like you even more. If you're Team Hare, I like you. Not gonna say I don't, but my heart belongs to the tortoises. If you're Team Hare, I don't like you. Well, I like you, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm confusing myself. But yeah, so there you have it. Now that that's all said and done, and I let the cat out of the bag. However, you will have to watch in the upcoming weeks Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast to get a glimpse of the kits. I am not going to show them on my podcast. I am not. Talia and Marlisha will be showing it on their podcast because Marlisha's in charge of the yarn. As soon as Anne comes back from Zombie and Apocalypse, that's what's delaying. we will have the hair bag. I saw the tortoise bag. It's in my house. It's killing me not to use it, but I have it. And I have to say I love it. And when you see it, you'll understand why. But yeah, you know what? I'm going to stop there. I wanted to build up the anticipation for that and get you guys understanding my love for Team Tortoise. And there you have it. Next announcement is my second annual Whip It Whip It Cal. Mine is supposed to end July 1st or July 1st. Now here's the thing. I signed up. I joined forces, I guess you could say, not signed up. I joined forces with Heidi from Undead Yarn and Bookish Stitcher. I love her. She is amazing. I met her at Maryland Sheep and Wool. She is the sweetest person you will ever meet in your life. The three of us came together, and I'm continuing on with my Whip It Whip It Cal, and it's moving into the Undead Whip It Good Cal. That is until the end of the year. So guys, anyone who participated in mine, I will do the drawing at the end of mine, but you could continue on for the rest of the year. Instead of doing the amount of drawings I was going to do for it, I'm going to limit it to 2. And one is going to be a skein of yarn, and the other one is going to be a pattern. It just makes sense, because I'm not going to make you guys who've been doing it since the beginning of May, I want to say. I don't even know the length of my cows. That is bad. I'm not going to make you guys wait until the end of the year. So get them in. Now, the other ones that, for Heidi's, they couldn't be started before a certain date in June. Excuse me. I don't remember. I had to look it up again. My brain is garbage right now. But yeah, that's it. Now, if anybody's wondering, this is a David's Tea iced tea press. I've had it since last year. This is actually the new one. I have a blue one that's from last year. I drink a lot of iced tea during the summer, but don't get me wrong, I drink hot tea too, but this just made it easier to brew, because if you look, the tea leaves are on the bottom, and it's like, works kind of like a French press. But it's for tea. The tea I'm drinking is Caribbean Crush, which is amazing. It has pineapple, apples, hibiscus, a few other things, but instead of using sugar, I try not to use a lot of sugar, but instead of using sugar, I'm using coconut natural sugar. It's really good. Okay, now that I'm done with that, let's move into my whips. They're not going to go in the order I have it in here, because I just piled them. But let's start with this one, because this one is second on my list. In my large Silver Shed USA Knitting Words Pictures bag is my birthday girl shawl. The pattern is the Scrap Shawl by Anastasia Zeitel, and the yarn is Miss Babs Yowza. It's a wild iris, and the colorway is Birthday Cake. I am not for it at all. This is it. I started it one day when I was like not all there, and I wasn't feeling any kind of crochet. I just wanted knitting. But this is the pattern, in case you guys didn't know. It's basically the same repeat, and it's a granny stitch. It's a paid for pattern, by the way, but here you go. That's it so far. And this is the yarn. And I am using, well, I was using, because I don't know where I'm using an eye hook. But this is the yarn. Ooh, look how pretty it is. I love it. And this was a purchase I made at Maryland Sheep and Wool. And the reason why I named it Birthday Girl is because I got the same skein of yarn from my best friend for her birthday, and we casted it on her birthday. Casted it on, started, whatever you want to call it, on her birthday. So there's that. Okay, in my small Silver Shed USA Christmas tree bag, I love this bag, and I know it's not Christmas, but I don't care. I love the bag. Is my Neon Lights hat The yarn is Nitpicks Felici in the colorway Kaleidoscope. This is the sock head hat. It's a free pattern, I believe, by Kelly McClure. I can't, but that's it. I don't have very much on this, but this is gonna be my card knitting, as I am going to Boston this week for a wedding. But it's gonna, because it's just straight knit. That's all it is. But it's in Nitpicks Kaleidoscope. This is the yarn, and I have quite a lot of this, as I the chopstick. As they messed up when they sent it, when I ordered it, they messed it up and they put 2 skeins in one, so I had to ball them. So I have, like, technically 3 skeins of it, but some of it I put into my blanket, my sock blanket. But yeah, this is a fun knit. It's a mindless knit. I love it. I basically go until I run out of yarn, because, you know, I like it slouchy. And also, I believe it's a free pattern, but anyway, it calls for, and I'm knitting while I talk to you, it calls for a something like a 4-inch or 6-inch brim. Yeah, no, I don't like large brims, and I don't like folding my brims over. So I basically just did it myself. I changed it, and I make my brim 2 inches, and then I start with the hat. I want it so that it covers my ears, and I want it slouchy. So there's that. I also have the DPNs for it, for the decrease rows. Decrease rounds. Okay, there's done with that. Okay, next up in my Nomadic Yarns Golden Girls box bag. I love this bag. I absolutely, you know, this was my first box bag, and I didn't think, it's thundering, so you can hear Chewy barking. I didn't think I was gonna like box bags, but I've come to really love this bag. In it is to Welcome to the Lagoon shawl. It's a Lara Smoot testing pattern, and the yarn is Lady Fernicle Creations in a colorway Blue Lagoon. Excuse me. Lara said I could show it to you guys, so I'm going to show it, but you're not going to get it for very long. I absolutely love it. And look, it's got eyelets. I am doing yarn overs correctly. And these are on Chigoos. I'm not telling you the needle size. I'm not telling you anything else, because, like I said, the pattern is in testing. But look how beautiful this yarn is. It's an MCN, Merino Cashmere nylon, and it's so soft and so pretty. It's from, like I said, Lady Fernicle Creations. I love her yarn. I can't get enough of it. But there you have it. I'm hoping that that will be done by next podcast, because I really, in all honesty, am 3/4 of the way through it. The thing is that I am such a tight knitter that making this one I followed it to the T, because it's a test knit, and I want, when I test a pattern, I don't like changing it at all, like whether it be hook, needle, whatever the case may be, sizes, because I want it to mirror what they did. And then once I get the hang of it, and once the testing is done, or even before it's out of testing, when I make another one, I change it up for me. So next one I make, because I plan on making another one because I love that pattern, I'm going to go up a needle size, or a half a needle size. Okay, next up in my Southport Creations Inside Out bag is my Green Lantern hat. Pattern is the Cobblestone hat by Susie Gorley, and the pattern is Cobblestone's hat by Susie Gorley. I love this bag. And the yarn is Little Owl's fiber in the colorway Alfalfa. I did a few rows. Well, I did more than a few rows, because that's where I was the last time you met, and this is where I am now. I'm kind of wanting this to be my card knitting too. The problem is that I haven't perfected really being able to read my knitting. So I have to mark off rows, and I hate marking off rows in a card. But it's a free pattern on Ravelry. Why is this is not the hat pattern that's supposed to be in here? Here's the hat pattern. Nope, that's not the hat pattern either. Wow. All right, I may have to print it out again, but this is the yeah, I have to print that out again. This is the what do you call it? My mind is out. So where else my mind went on hiatus. The cobblestone hat again. I love it. It's a free pattern on our Ravelry, but it's fun. It's easy. It's simple. And that's it. I'm moving my progress keeper so you guys can see my progress. Hopefully this will be done in the next podcast. If not, the podcast after that. Okay. Next up in my... Oh, I love this one. I did a few rows on this, but I've been really concentrating on the test knit because I feel obligated. And when you see my finished projects, you'll see why. When I'm testing something, I feel obligated to work on it. Not obligated, but I don't know. I don't know the right terminology I want to use. This is bothering me now that I don't have that pattern ready available. I don't know what I did with it. I just literally had it like 5 minutes ago. All right, in here is, in my medium Silver Shed USA Winnie the Pooh bag, is my Lavender Moon shawl. The pattern is a Dead Easy shawl by Heidi of Undead Yarn. And the colorway is, and the yarn is Undead Yarn in the colorway Lavender Moon. I did a few rows on this, as you could see. I was here when we last met, now I'm up here. It's a fun knit. It's a, like the name says, dead easy. Here's the yarn. It's coming up brighter than what it is. That's not that fluorescent. There we go. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. And another one, I plan on making another one of. It's bothering me that I can't find that pattern. Next up in my small Erin Lane Star Wars Sheeple sock bag is my Steve Rogers socks. The pattern is Plain Vanilla Sock by Nitty Gritty Thoughts, and the yarn is Fresh from the Cauldron, the colorway Captain America. And the DPN holder is from Molly Klein Designs. Yeah, I did a few rows. As you can see, I did a few rows. I am ready for the heel, which is why the sock is now in hiatus. I am very, very, very much intimidated by heels. I'm scared. I want to get it done because I want the sock. If at the very least I want at least one sock. But I want to get it done, and I don't know. I think I'm gonna search YouTube and just do a very pink knits, or I'm gonna take a craftsy class. I'll pay for the craftsy class and get it like tutorials for the heel, because I don't know. I'm very, very nervous. I'm very, 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 very nervous. And in case you guys forgot what the yarn looked like, this is it. It's very simple. Captain America, self-striping. Love it. Love it, 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 love it. You're not going to see this for a while now because, again, heels. Okay. In my medium Silver Shed USA knitting chickens bag, I love this bag, is my Blackberry Bushes hat. I started another sock head hat because this yarn was like screaming to me, use me, use me, use me. So I used it, and I didn't want to. I was looking for these. Okay. Let me put my glasses on now. These are the different ones I told you I ordered. Yeah, it was, and I just wanted to cast on, but I didn't want to do socks because I'm not going to do another sock until I finish at least one of the socks I have on the needles. So I decided to do another socket hat. I love these. I can keep these on the needles all year, you know, whatever. But look at how pretty it is, and it's pooling, and I love the way it's pooling. The yarn is, the pattern is Socket Hat by Kelly McClure, and the yarn is Yarn Tree UK in the colorway Blackberry Bushes. I don't know if you can see the sparkle. Oh yes, you can. Look how pretty this is. And oi, my back is killing me. Sorry, I dropped something. My back has been almost halfway out for 2 days now. It's killing me. But yeah. It is 75-25. It's 75 superwash, 20 nylon, and 5 gold stellina. But I absolutely love it, and the pattern is perfect for it. Can't see me wearing socks like this. I don't want like certain yarns shoved in a shoe. Okay, there's that. And last but certainly not least, in my 2XL Silver Shed USA My Little Pony bag is my Purple Glory baby blanket. The pattern is Wavy Checkerboard by Julie Fraser, which is right here. And the yarn is Karen Cakes in the colorway Bumbleberry. This is the pattern. I'm trying to see if you could see it. Yeah, you can see it without. It's a paid for pattern. I don't want to give it away too much. It's a paid for pattern. I've got a fair amount done on it. And this is the 2-ended needle holder that I was telling Marley Chantalia about for the bigger needles. You could sort of, I'm starting the pattern rows and you could sort of see them. I'm enjoying it. And the blanket, I'm obviously not keeping because I don't have any babies in the family. But I plan on donating it to the local children's hospital. And if they don't accept them, because the hospitals around me are weird. They don't accept a lot of things because different cultures, different things, and they don't want allergies, and they don't want people with like bed bugs or anything else. So I'm not saying it's like weird. I'm just saying they're overly cautious. So I have to, if they don't send it, I'm gonna donate it to the pregnancy center with Marley Chantalia. But this is the yarn. It's shades of purple. But yeah, I wanted to make a blanket. I've been itching to, and I have so much, and this is going to sound so sad, but I have so much acrylic yarn that I'm not going to use because lately I don't even make, except for donations, I don't even make my own personal toys in acrylic anymore. Yeah, that's it on my lips, which is ironic because I only have 8. Oh, that tickled my lip. I've never had my lip tickled before. Why don't we move into finished objects? It's in here somewhere. I gotta find it. I'm digging. Is that it? Yeah. First finished object is my wizard hat. The pattern is the Socket Hat by Kelly McClure, and the yarn is Knit Picks Felici in the colorway Wizard. I've worn it already. I absolutely love it. It's not that slouchy because I didn't feel like adding any more yarn to it. But I played severe yarn chicken with this hat. I'm not going to lie. I'm taking these off. I could see without them right now. But yeah, I absolutely, positively love it. Love it, love it. That's why I'm making so much more. And I love the stripes. Purple's my favorite color, but that's why I have 2 more on the needles. And it's comfy. It's a very nice lightweight hat. I know I'm not gonna survive with the New York City winters with this, but it's good for like early spring or like late mid spring and then early fall into like mid fall. When it gets closer to winter, definitely not. Yeah. And my last finished object is a big one for me. It is Carly the Sea Turtle. The pattern is Terra the Sea Turtle by Franciscan Gypsy Designs. The pattern is in testing. That's why I couldn't show you along the way. But she's done. And the yarn is Miss Babs Yowzer in the colorways Lotus, Lava Flower, and Corpus. Corpus and Lotus are standard colorways, meaning they're not wild irises or babettes. They're just standard because they're solid and they're made all the time. Lava Flower, however, is a wild iris. Look how cute she is. I got very upset with the eyes because I bought such a blendable variegated that every color you tried blended and you could not see the eyes. I tried green, I tried brown, I tried a lighter blue, I tried pink, I tried everything and nothing really stood out. These don't really stand out that much, but much better than what the other ones were. And nothing against the pattern. The pattern is perfect. It's written perfectly. It's a beautiful pattern. It's my color choices. But she says hello. I don't know if you can see the toys up there. A significant amount are missing. My niece was here and she took them to play with, and some of them I donated. But Tara says hello. Her name is Carly. Carly says hello, hello, hello. And and that's it. That's it for the finished objects. Okay. Next up is my acquisitions. There's not many, but there's a lot. There's not many, but there's a lot. There's a lot of yarn, I believe. And a few project bags. Okay. First up, I forgot where I got this from. I got this from Momo on Etsy. I was bored and I was looking up just random project bags and random needles. And I found this store, this Etsy shop in Argentina. And they had Back to the Future fabric. And I was like, wait, what? No. So I ordered it. It's mostly pencil cases, but she had an option for big pencil case or a little pencil case. And the big pencil case, the way that it worked out in my mind, especially since I do one at a time, was perfect for a sack bag, which is definitely what I'm going to use this for. But it's so cute. I don't know if I'm going to continue going back to it. It was only $11, so it's not like, you know. Worst comes to worst, I use it as a notions pouch, but I thought it was cute, and I don't regret buying it. And the zipper pull is a stitch marker that Lara Smoot made for me for the Marilyn Cheapable stitch marker swap. I don't know if you guys can see it. Is it focusing? Yeah. Yeah. Next up is my Southpaw Creation Mickey mini bag. I love her bags. It's got a nice box bottom. It's perfect for shawls and toys, which is mostly what I make anyway, so it doesn't matter. And last out of the bags, but certainly not least, I went to Stitches West, as you guys know, and I saw Erin Lane bags. And I fell in love with Erin Lane bags, especially the Zippity View Dolls, and which has, you saw it in my Star Wars bag, it has that window in the front. And I messaged Ann Brody. I'm like, listen, I want these bags. Can you make one for me? And she did. And she picked the fabric all on her own. And this one's going to go into use next. Matter of fact, the things I have that are needle adjacent, it's going to go in here. It's a perfect size. I love the depth of it. I love the window. And I love the fabric she chose for me. Doctor Who and the Stars and Galaxies. Could not get a better bag. Couldn't. She knows me oh so very well. Okay, now let's see what's up. Because I have a few from the same dyers that I ordered at separate times that I just want to show together. Okay. Alright, from No Makers. I love No Makers. I love their minis. And I was stalking their minis updates. Matter of fact, there's one on Friday that I want to get part of. For my blanket. This summer was all about the food, like cookouts and fruit stands and things like that with them. So I was very excited about it. And This mini set is the Yarn Burger, and it's so cute. Look how cute it is. Okay. This is the burger and bun. Burger and bun right here. It should be, this is the bun and this is the burger. Anyway, this is the cheese. This is ketchup and mustard. And this is the pickle. Thought this was adorable. Then came up the BLT. Now here's toast, bacon, lettuce, tomato, mayo, and toast. Toast, bacon, lettuce, tomato, mayo, toast. So cute. I cannot wait to put those in my blanket. Then I was eyeing the skein since they had it in the update, and I was like, you know, the pre-orders, I was like, you know, I really, really want it, but I can't justify getting it. I don't want it in sock because it's not something I would wear as a sock or I would wear as a shawl. So I waited and waited and waited, and finally it spoke out to me. I go up to the website to order these, and they have it in DK Jazzy Gnome, which is the larger skein of the DK, and it is gorgeous. It's hula hoop. I love it. I love it. I love it. Cannot get enough of it. Okay, and then last from No Makers is another one that was just recently updated, and I loved it in the picture. In the picture, it was a little bit deceiving for me because it looked a little bit brighter, and I was hoping it wouldn't come as bright as it did, and I'm thankful it didn't. But on the house gnome, which is 460 yards, and it's 75.25, I got toast with jam. Look how pretty this is. And this is definitely going to be a shawl. This is not going to be socks. It's going to be a shawl. I just think it's gorgeous. And I believe there's a few more left of this. I don't think there's any more hula hoop, but I believe there's more of that. There's no more BLT either. Next up is one I just grabbed out of the bag. Lady Fernicle Creations yarn, which she showed in her update last week. She showed on the podcast, and I was like, need it. It is 75.25, and the colorway, it's fingering, and the colorway is Tropical Birds. You're gonna start seeing a pattern with me with fingering. I am now in love with fingering weight yarn. Love it. I don't have any because I wasn't really into socks, but now that I'm making shawls out of it and things like that, I'm good. Look how bright this is. I love it. Love, love, love it. The brighter, the better for me now. I don't know why. I've gotten into this kick with bright yarns. I went online a little bit. I went a little online crazy with mini skeins, as you're going to see from this. I don't know what any of the colorways are, but I got this from the Sexy Knitter on Etsy. Sorry, I was checking to see how many minutes. And it's the her Doctor Who line, and it's supposed to be River Song. Again, I don't know any of the colorways, which is the only thing I don't like about this. The yarn is gorgeous otherwise, but I don't like not knowing the colorways. But if there's worse problems to have with yarn, you know? Okay, this is Undead. This is Undead. Okay. Heidi of Undead Yarn had a update before she closed up shop to go to Zombie Apocalypse. Woohoo! Go Heidi! You're gonna kill it. Anyway, that was my little note to my friend Heidi. I ordered some yarn from her before she left, and this is a roadkill, one of a kind, and it was on her baddie base, which is her worsted weight. Has no name, which is fine because it's a roadkill, so it's not like I get more of them. But look how pretty it is. I love it. And it's worsted, so this is going to be a hat. I already know it. And then she made a specific colorway for Zombie Apocalypse. Now, it's only going to be available for the pre-order that she did online. It's not available anymore because, like I said, she closed up for the week to go to Zombie Apocalypse. And the other thing is that, sorry, my phone just, I'm getting an alert that flash flooding. So I want to, before it goes nuts. Okay. like I was saying, she did a pre-order, and this is only available now at Zombie Apocalypse. If you're not going to Zombie Apocalypse, sorry, but I got it, and it's on her Vamp Fury base, and it's called Zombie Campfire. It's 75/25, 462 yards. It is gorgeous. Oh my God, it's so squishy. I already know what I'm making out of it, and it's not socks. It's not socks. Heidi, don't be upset. It's not socks. It's not going to be a toy, but it's not socks. It's so squishy. Squishy. Next two. I have 3 in this bag still, so. Next one up is from Marigold Jen. Now, I've been on an MCN kick for shawls. And I had this in my cart on Etsy for the longest time, since even before Maryland Sheep and Wool, I believe. Could have been just after Maryland Sheep and Wool. I don't remember, but I'm trying to figure out what the name of the. I can't pronounce it, so it doesn't matter. It's an MCN. It's 400 yards, and it's Marigold Jen. Look how gorgeous this is. It's so soft and squishy. But look how gorgeous. Now, I can't pronounce it, so you guys... It's Dalek Anrium? I don't know. But I love it. Jenny, if you watch this, which I sincerely doubt you do, but if you watch it, can you pronounce it for me, please? But look how gorgeous it is. This is my next shawl of the test knit that I'm doing for Laura Snoop. As is this one from Dragonfly Fibers. It's an MCN. It's the Digiti base, and it's 420 yards of 80-10-10 MCN, superwash merino, cashmere nylon, and starry night. Now, I have to say this, and you guys are gonna just be like rolling your eyes at me. I have 3 of these in their DK base, which is their traveler base. And I have 3 of these in their superwash merino fingering weight yarn, which is, I believe, Pixie. 3 in each of these. You would think, why is she getting MCN when she has that? Because I'm stupid and I forget. I completely forgot that I had them in fingering. I only thought I had it in Traveler. But then I remembered, yeah, at Rhinebeck last year, you got them in Traveler. Stitches West, you got them in Pixie. Dumb. It's not like it's gonna go to waste. You know, you guys know me, so it'll get used either way. Now, last up is something I just received today. Completely forgot I ordered it. It came from the UK, and I only ordered it 5 days ago. So literally, the day well, here's the thing. I ordered it well after 1 a.m. my time. I was in bed, I couldn't sleep, and I ordered it after 1 a.m. my time. 1 a.m. my time is 6 a.m. that's their time, which isn't unrealistic for people to be up. Normal people are up between 6, 7, and 8. It's just me that's not. But I bought it and it came today. And it's from Spectrum Fiber. Look how beautiful this is. That's the store, Spectrum Fiber on Etsy. And it's 80/20, and the colorway is Tainted Roses. It's about 365 meters. I don't know how many that is in yards. Alexa, how many yards is in 365 meters?
365 meters is 399.17 yards.
There you go. So there you go. Yeah, I just got an Echo Dot, and I love it. Anyway, so that's this. This is going to be a shawl. I already know what pattern it's going to be in a shawl, but I decided to make it in a different yarn, so I know I'm going to make more than one of them, because the way it looks, the way I fell in love with it. So, yeah. You'll see what shawl, because I have my needle adjacents next to me. I can't wait. I cannot wait to use this yarn. I know I'm going to make more than one of those shawls, though. So it's going to be this one and then one of the Bakery Bears ones. Oh, I'm in love with that yarn. I can't help it. Is there anything else in here? No, it's all out. Okay. Now, next up is new to me podcasts. I haven't watched a new podcast in quite some time. I've been watching my old favorites. Sometimes I even rewatch them because, especially when I'm like down and out, I rewatch Heidi's. I rewatch Pen Hook and Needles. I rewatch Bakery Bears. Who else do I rewatch? I rewatch a few. Victorian Studio. I believe that's it. But one night, I was just scrolling through. Oh, I also watch Dr. Pimple Popper, but that's not knitting. It's exactly what it is, pimple popping. Yeah. So one night I just couldn't sleep, and I was like, you know what? Let's go looking. And I looked for new podcasts, and one of them that I found that I instantly love, but they're not helping my shopping addiction, is Knit for Brains. It's a mother-daughter duo coming out of Illinois. Now, part of it is because the mother's name is Laura, and the daughter's name is Ashley. And is it Ashley? Yeah, it's Ashley. I think it's Ashley. I could be wrong. I don't know. They have, I think I want to say 12 episodes up. They started in the beginning of the year, and I literally watched them all already. The newest one was uploaded last week. I love them. They're funny. They're down to earth. They're like knit for brains. I highly recommend them. They're not exactly. They're like me. They're like me. They don't. They don't. They keep it real. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, check them out. They're really awesome. I know this is going to sound odd because of me, you know, being alone, but I love duo podcasts, like when there's two people, because I love the banter between the two. And mother-daughter ones are the hysterical because the banter is different. Like Pen, Hook and Needles and Knit for Brains, and there's a few others, but yeah, it's kind of fun. My alerts are going off. That's about it. That's the only new to me podcast that I got sucked into. The other ones were like, you know, we'll see. I got to give them more of a try. Now I've never done this before because I don't usually have anything, but it's that time of year. I'm going to show you my needle adjacent projects. In my medium Silver Shed USA Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde bag, it's not going to stay in this bag. I guarantee you it's not going to stay in this bag. With the new bags that I got, it's not going to stay in it. Is my Spindrift shawl. I haven't even given it a name. You guys have seen this shawl many times. I've attempted this many a times. Part of the reason why I couldn't do it, and I see it now, is because I never did my yarn overs correctly. Sorry. I never did my yarn overs correctly. And now that I can do yarn overs correctly, woohoo! I'm doing it again. And it's that shawl, in case you guys forgot what it looked like. And I am doing it in Bakery Bears hand-dyed yarn, the Bakery Bears Cottage, in the colorway 70s Girl. It's 75/20 and 5 gold stellina. This is gorgeous yarn. And I love it, and I cannot wait to cast it on. Issue being, I don't have any more US 5 needles. I even have my interchangeables used. So I have to use my glass needles. Now, here's the thing with these. I absolutely love the smoothness of it. But because I am such a tight knitter, the joins, my yarn gets stuck on the joins. So it's like, do I really want to do that? We'll see. I've started to loosen up my gauge just a little bit. Not much. But we'll see how it goes. Now, If not, I'm not worried. I ordered more Chowgoo's US 5s. I actually even ordered Knit Pro Zings. I have heard mixed reviews on it, so I want to try them out for myself. What's the worst that can happen? I don't like them. I have plenty of needles I don't like. I have 2 sets of interchangeables from Knit Picks that I don't like. What else is going to happen, you know? And, sorry. It's that time when my sister starts texting me, needing help with something. Next up in my hat, this is so ironic, in my Southport Creation Harry Potter bag is my Changing Staircases shawl that I am going to work on. Now, this pattern, I absolutely love it. And it's by Dragon Horde Yarn, Tristan Molina. You should know her from the Yarn Cafe. Is it the Yarn Cafe? Podcast. I think it's the Yarn Cafe. Or is it Girls in the Yarn Cafe? I don't know. But it's Yarn Cafe to me, okay? That's her pattern. It's a paid-for pattern. And I decided to go all out with Harry Potter. Now, I'm using, because, like I said, I ran out of US 5s, like the pattern calls for, I'm using my higher sharps. I don't know how I'm going to feel about these. This is really, first of all, I relaxed this cord several times, and it's still being a dopey head. So I'm going to have to relax it again before I put it back in the bag. Actually, no, I don't think I'm going to have to, because I'm going to cast it on at some point tonight. So we're going to see how this goes. But here's the thing. Now, it's Harry Potter inspired yarn, Harry Potter bag, excuse me, Harry Potter inspired pattern, Harry Potter bag. What else do I need? Harry Potter yarn. I've had this in my stash for quite some time. I want to say almost 3 years. 3 years. Three years, I want to say. I keep going back and forth between 2 and 3. It's 2 years I've had this in my stash. The third year just passed. It's 2 years. And the yarn is One Twisted Tree from OneTwistedTree.com. It's 75/20 with 5 silver stellina, 435 yards. The stellina is not really that noticeable, but I'm okay with that. And the colorway is Diagon Alley, 93 Diagon Alley, which, if anybody's a Harry Potter fan, you guys know that's a Harry Potter reference. Diagon Alley is where they buy everything. But yeah, that's it for needle adjacent. Into if anybody has to deal with Common Core, please tell me, because Common Core is the death of me today. We're gonna go on to the gifts I received while I was not exactly a well person. Sorry guys, this is a pretty long one. You guys can, if you want to cut out now, you can. Let's start off with the stuff from Lara Smoot first. Now, I had asked her a while ago to, if she could make me more stitch markers because of the Crocheting Whovian ones, because I want to start giving them with prizes. Excuse me. When I send you guys your prizes. So she made me more of those, but she got me into the show Outlander. I'm only into like maybe episode 5 or 6 because I stopped to watch this season, the new season of Orange is the New Black, which I regret stopping Outlander for. But I'm not getting into that. Not everybody's a fan of it, so let's just say I'm not a fan of it anymore either. These are Outlander stitch markers. I lost my train of thought. Let me take that back. Let me backtrack. It's not that I'm not a fan of Orange is the New Black. I'm very disappointed in this past season. I cannot say that I'm not a fan of it, considering that one of my friends from high school is one of the actresses on the show. I'm just very disappointed with the way the writing went this year. And not because of the movements or anything like that, but because I feel like it fell flat. And that's where I'm going to leave it. Anyway, there's that. But I had also asked her, because I attempted to do this several times and I could not do it myself. And I don't know, I mean, there's cabling in it, so that probably is another reason why. But I had asked her to make me a Zuzu Petals. And she did. Now, I didn't show you the project I'm working on for her because one of them Common Core math is annoying. Anyway, I had asked her to do this for me. And it came out gorgeous. I can't wait for winter just so I can wear this. Screw that. I'm going to wear it all summer long. Be like, what? It's mine. So it's a Zuzu Petals cowl. As my hat goes off too. I absolutely positively love it. Love it, love it, love it. It was like a hug. A hug from a good friend. But to top it all off, that's not all she sent me. She had made me, and I absolutely positively love it, a yarn bowl with a TARDIS on it and Starry Night. I can't wait. I've been using it, but you know. I'm sorry, but I love it. I love it. I love it. I've been using it on my hat, my Blackberry hat, the Bushes hat, and I have some stitch markers stored in here for now, but I absolutely positively love it. The next day rolls around. And I'm starting to break out of it a little bit, my little depression thing. And my doorbell rings and I'm like, I'm not expecting any packages. What could this be? Brittany of B-Wing sent me a package. I was not expecting it at all. The last time I got a package from her was a swap, and I was expecting that. So it was okay. I opened it and I instantly started to cry. Brittany made me socks. And like I said, I cried with Lara's, I cried with this because it showed that even though I'm struggling, I am not alone. And I brag about the Yarny community all the time and how I've made fantastic friends in there, and you know, it's friendships that are real, and though we're 90% of the time this way, the yarn conventions just make it so that we can just meet each other and hang out. And I mean, I got that with Lara, I got that with Marlish and Talia, I got that with my best friend Nicole, Jenny, Sandy, Stitch by Mimi. I met so many people. Erin, Gimme Yarn 418, Zoe, Terry Tinsel. I met so many people through this community, and some, I'm not going to say don't, but some stand out more than others. And Brittany and I, the last couple of months, have gotten very close, as have Lara and I. And when I got this in the mail, I was not expecting it, and like I said, it made me cry. And I actually have worn them. You can't even tell, but I wore them the day I got them, and they didn't come off, regardless of how hot it was, because it was like 94 degrees. They did not come off, because I needed these two things. I haven't wore this. I needed these two things, along with my comfort blanket, more than either one of these ladies knew. And it made me feel so good. But she didn't stop at that. Oh, sorry, that was loud. She didn't stop at that. She sent me Tortoise versus Hare, and notice who's winning. Tortoise versus Hare note cards. And I mentioned in one of my past podcasts that I love her hand knit by tags. She sent me some. But that's not it, guys. She sent some for you. So be excited. That's going to be a prize for the Tortoise versus Hare. But yeah, that's everything I got. Now I'm going to show you you guys these. Now I've been bored, and I used to make jewelry. I used to make bracelets, like charm bracelets and stuff. So I had a lot of things left over from that, and I have a lot of the light bulb stitch marker things, because I can't even tell you why I have so many of them, but I have them. And I decided to break them out. Well, Lara sent me some more Crocheting Whovian stitch markers, and she had run out of them, so she asked me if I had some, and I knew I had some. I just had to dig them out. And I decided today, it was raining, the weather was horrible, to break out some of my charms that I had from my jewelry making and just put them on the light bulb rings. So that's these. Some are music notes, some are lightning, rainbows, knitting diva, music notes mostly, and butterflies, things like that. Then I have some, I wouldn't be me without turtles. I have some of these, turtles and an owl. You know, I'm trying to upcycle kind of thing. Well, then I made these. These are, I say, beyond cheesy, but some of the people in some of my knitting groups on Kik and Facebook and stuff said that they're cute. I have lots of beads from when I did my friendship bracelets and stuff. I did a lot of beadwork and things like that, not just in friendship bracelets, but I did beadwork in general. And I decided to break them out and just hang them from here. Now, these are for me. I'm not selling any of this. I just wanted to show you guys what I've been up to. And there's those. Let's take a focus. A lot of them are Mets colors, and Mets and Kansas City Royals colors, because those are my two teams. And then there's these, you know, nothing fancy, but I like them and they're convenient. So that's all I've been up to, really. It's been over an hour. I might as well get off because my sister needs me to help Mary with some of her homework, and thank God it's the last week of school, because I don't know how much more I can do. Yeah, so if anybody wants any of these, just let me know. I'll put them in prize packs and things like that. That's what I planned on doing. But if anybody wants anything, just let me know. I have plenty of beads. I can make some, whip some up. Okay? Well, until next week, because I'm definitely podcasting next week, and I'm sorry I keep clapping. I'm sure that's loud on people who especially are wearing earbuds. Until next week, because I'm definitely podcasting next week. I'll see you then. Have fun, knit, crochet, and make pretty things. And don't forget to post it in my Ravelry group. And don't forget to tag me in Instagram. Until then, have fun and bye.